Why in the hell would you consume porn? Do you know how damaging it is for you to be exposed to something so unnatural? You are exposed to thousands of beautiful and attractive bodies. Your brain is not supposed to process all of this. I guarantee you it's not supposed to. And yet you are indulging in content that your brain is not supposed to take. Tell me this, what is the difference between drugs and pornography? What is the difference? At this point, there's not that much. It's just one of them is digital, the other one is physical. Seriously, because you are literally consuming drugs while you're actually watching pornography, especially you watch pornography and you masturbate. It is so damaging for your mental health to create these unrealistic expectations, thinking that, okay, this is how women is supposed to look like, this is how men is supposed to be like. And then when you actually go on ahead and do the real thing, you realize that there is no resemblance between those two things. Pornography is a fantasy. Everything that is shown there, or almost 95% of the content being shown there is nothing really realistic about it. You can look into this. People literally, photograph things in specific ways so it looks appealing. They dress themselves in specific ways. The angles, everything, the lighting, it's all so fake just to please your brain. Biologically, we want to do it. We want to have intimacy. We want to have this sense of love, physical and emotional. We all want this sort of physical validation, emotional. But pornography has been a way to cheat that system. You are supposed to build yourself, to build value, to build your hard work, to build your attractiveness, and actually go on ahead and have this sense of reward by actually building this sense of intimacy, love with somebody else. Showing that vulnerability, that all that work that you've put into somebody else. You know how beautiful it is to live life for 20 plus years and then you connect with somebody to actually, form this love and connection and intimacy. It's amazing. We all want that. Pornography actually gets you far away from that. It actually discourages you from going that way. Because in your mind, you're like, okay, biologically I want to do this, but then what's the point for me to find a woman, find a man that I love when I can just use pornography? What's the point? Exactly. Pornography skews your mindset. You're actually tricking your brain to thinking that you're doing something great for yourself. That's what dopamine is for, right? It encourages us to tell us that, oh, you're doing good, bro. Like, keep going. Like, you're doing good. Just keep it up. But are you actually doing something meaningful and great for yourself? Tell me, be truthful with me. A lot of times when you've consumed this kind of content, how did you feel afterwards? How you felt regret, shame, guilt? Because if you did, it's very normal for you to feel this way. You're not supposed to have this high rise of dopamine, but then really nothing has been kind of done in the grand scheme of things. When you have sex and intimacy with an actual woman, with an actual man, you have built something. You guys have conquered, something together, and you guys are celebrating it. And even afterwards, it feels amazing because you have increased that connection, that level of connection, that level of intimacy with that other person. It's incredibly beautiful. You're supposed to put that energy to actually work on yourself, because when you actually use pornography, it slows you down. You're pretty discouraged from actually working on your stuff, from building yourself, from working on your career when pornography is on the side there. When you know that pornography is there, how can you work on yourself when you know that there's hundreds of women ready to expose their bodies to you? How can you focus on yourself when you know that hundreds of attractive men on your phone ready to show off their bodies? The finish line is amazing when you get there. But don't skip steps. Never skip steps. Don't take those kind of shortcuts. Actually take the time to build yourself, to build your value, and eventually you will find that love and intimacy. You build your physique. You straighten your life out. You have your finances straight. You are stable. If you got it all, you've got a good personality, if you work towards yourself, you will find no problem finding people that you can actually build a intimate life together. So what are you doing? Don't you want to get there? Don't you really want to get to that point? Yeah, it could take a while, but don't you want to get to a point where you want to be there? You want to be that happy man, that happy woman that you can actually share these moments with somebody else? Don't you want to be there? Yes, this is going to be a long-term investment for sure, but eventually, dude, you will love yourself so much. You will praise yourself for doing this. So do me a favor, cut the content down. Actually start reducing your the amount of times. And now you might be thinking, how do I actually quit porn? How do I actually stop doing these things? And the unsexy answer isn't some fancy plugin or, oh, put your phone away and the other side and you'll never get to. The unsexy answer is you have to be focus on something else. You have to provide that sense of accomplishment, gratitude, dopamine, that great sense that you feel when you do it, when you actually, masturbate. You actually want to get that elsewhere. You can get that in many ways. For example, and I'll be completely honest with you, I used to be a porn addict. Like, no, literally, I used to always need to go on ahead and consume porn, masturbate, or do something to, to release those endorphins, pleasures. I needed to do that every single night for a long while. And I've never felt great from it. I've never felt actually accomplished or amazed from it. A lot of people are going to tell you, oh, release your stress, but really it doesn't do much in the grand scheme of things. It's a short-term 15-minute, 10-minute pleasure that you feel, and then you're back to reality. You're back to where you were again. And what really did it for me, what really like just stopped me wanting to consume it and barely thinking about it, what really made it for me was getting focused on my work, getting focused on my career, my ambitions, my goals. Really, when I keep my life fulfilled, when I go out with friends, when I exercise, work out, go outside, meet people, when I keep life actually exciting, I don't really need pornography to cheat I don't need pornography to cheat, because really pornography is just cheating. And if you got your life figured out and straightened out, you won't need it. I guarantee you that. So that's the key here. You work on yourself. When you work on yourself, trust me, you will not want to do it. You will go hundreds of days and I passed and you'll be like, whoa, wait, I wasn't even thinking about it. Like, how did I not consume it? How did I not even thinking about it? Well, that's the key. Yeah, of course, at your darkest moments, at your darkest times, it will come a moments where you would want to do it. Like you know, you're going through so much pain and problems, depression maybe, and then you're like, okay, I kind of want to go ahead and do it, right? But here's the thing. Those tough moments will really dictate how strong you are. It will dictate your strength quite a lot. There will be moments where you will need to control yourself. You will need to tell yourself, no, sternly, like, no, I should not be consuming this. You know, okay, shit, like, oh crap, I don't want to consume this. I really don't want to, but I'm going through so much right now. I can't process this. I might as well, like, it's just 15 minutes. You know, you're gonna be talking to yourself this way when at doubts and moments of crucial pain. I get it, but you gotta control yourself. Sometimes this is a couple of days. Sometimes the pain will go away, and you don't want the short-term pleasure to just fix your problems. That's not even gonna fix your problems anyway. What you really want is to fix your problems the real way. If you're actually going through issues, you actually go ahead and fix them. You just don't go sit down and be like, okay, that's it, and be depressed. And eventually, if you do that, you will consume porn. You will want to consume porn because at some point it's a drug. You will want to go back to drugs. You want to go back to addictions. You want to go back to things that comfort you, junk food, anything, right? That's the nature of a human. We want to feel content and comfortable in our own shoes, but you don't want that. You do not want to do that. You do not want to feel this way. So move past it. Actually work on yourself. You don't want to do this to yourself. You actually want to work towards yourself. You want to work towards your goals. So go on ahead and do it. You've got this. Don't stop. Keep going at it. Keep going doing your thing. Keep telling yourself how you've got this, that you keep faith within yourself, that you got faith in yourself, that you can do this. Eventually we'll make it across the line. You just got to give yourself time. We will feel depressed. We will feel sad. This is a part of our human nature. We will feel these feelings. It's okay to feel that way because eventually we will get past that. We'll move past those and then we will feel amazing ourselves. We'll feel amazing. We'll feel great. At moments like these, do not succumb to addiction. Do not succumb to pornography. Do not succumb to this. Please. For yourself, for the people around you, for the people that you want to love, do not do this. You are hurting your mental health. You're destroying your mental health. You are ruining it. You're killing yourself. Stop listening to your feelings. Stop letting your feelings dictate yourself. Actually have control over them. As a man, as a woman, actually have control over your feelings. Do things that actually will benefit you. Stop succumbing to the short term. Actually think about the long term. Just for once, okay? Ultimately, you have the ultimate control. You can decide your future. So, what is it going to be? Are you going to keep jerking it off? Or are you actually going to be working on yourself? Well, that's your decision.